Okay, I'm back. It looks like I have to undo this bolt and the same on the other side. I'm hoping then I can just pull the evaporator out, drop it to the front and then take the radiator out. Of course I will find out when I do that. So that I'm not going to bore you too much, it's this bolt here. Okay, it's not a 10, it's an 8mm. Make note. Alright, I'm going to attempt to take those out now, and once they're done I'll get back to you. Okay, I have taken out those two 8mm bolts. It is now time to try and remove the evaporator and then finally get the radiator out. Not sure how this is going to work or not, but let's see. Well, not seems to be the case. It doesn't want to pull up for some reason. Oh, please don't tell me there are bolts at the bottom. That's just not right. It is not fucking well moving. I'm going to have to delve from the front underneath and see why. Don't tell me they put bolts on it. Nobody puts bolts on the bottom. Crap! Sorry guys, getting a little testy at the moment. One will go underneath and one will have a look and one will calmly and serenely fix the fucking thing. Okay, it appears, looking here, that the evaporator just has these clips, and it was just, I guess, being awkward from above to actually lift it out. Now I may have to get a bar on it to do it, but that's what I'll do. Also, you may notice that I've got the front spoiler off. Spoiler, piece of plastic. That's so I had ease of access underneath here, and also the fact that when I brought it on the ramp I smashed it. Okay, that bit was kind of an aside. I crunched it on my little lift there. I had forgotten to remove a couple of pieces from the lift and it caught and I just kept going. So I've now repaired it and I will be putting it back on. I guess a lot of you don't have the luxury of a lift, but believe me, it's worthwhile. I think this one cost me $2.5 grand delivered, and 400 of that was delivery. So believe me, if you've got room in your normal garage, which is all I've got, it's worth it. Alright, let me see. Oh, that was easy. This side can't be that easy. Now, of course, this side is not that easy. So I'm going to turn camera off and get something in there to lever it up, and I'll let you know what I did. Okay, I'm hoping you can see it. Down there is a bolt protruding through a nut. That appears to hold a shield, and that in turn prevents the AC pipes from moving in a upward direction, which is what you need to do in order to get the damn evaporator off of the radiator. At the moment I don't know how I'm going to get to it. It's there, I see it. I'm hoping I can reach it through the front grille somehow. Okay, it turns out there are two screws that need to be removed. I'm not sure if I can actually show you. One is there, just underneath that pipe, and then the other one is the one I showed you earlier. Both of those have to come out. You can actually get your hands up there to reach them once you've loosened them, so that's not quite so bad. but it's a pain in the ass, and I'm sure could have done it better. Sorry about the camera work here, but that's one there, and the other one is, oh, I can't even see it now. It's through there. This is the way you get to it, through the top here. And you will need something like this, which goes all the way through there until you line up with the screw, and don't lose them like I'm about to. Okay, in order to get it, there were two screws that had to come out. As you can see, it's now loose, and I should, in theory, be able to pull the radiator out. The two screws that need to come out, one is up through there, and you will need to put a long extension through here to get to that screw, and again it is a T30 Torx. The other one, it's kind of hard to show. Let's look under here. Give me a second. There, this is it here. I can't see, right there. My hand gets in the way of the light. Up there, just below the pipe. And then, in theory, you should be able to get that out. Again, T30. I'm saying just below the pipe, that's because that's how you can see it at the moment, but actually to get to it is above the pipe. And then, once you've got those two out, you should be able to move this. And in theory, I should now be able to pull the radiator out. I love theory. Okay, I have had to discharge my AC system and disconnect the two pipes that go around to the evaporator so that I can try and get this thing out. I'm hoping that once it's out, I'll be able to see where the other bolts are that were preventing me from separating the evaporator from the radiator, so that I can show you, and then you don't have to do what I've just done. We will see how this goes. Not very easily, that's for sure. Unless it's caught. What's it caught on? Oh boy. Keeps catching on the dryer. And this thing is not right. Look about the time when you need a friend. Okay, well, not going to let you watch me struggle. I'm going to cut the video off now and fiddle. Okay, I've finally got it out. I also had to remove the airbox because as I was lifting it kept catching it. One other thing that may have prevented the separation of the radiator and the evaporator is this little plate. Now I did undo it, but I hadn't removed it, and that is the only hint I can give you as to one way possibly to take out the radiator separately from the evaporator. In my case I did discharge the AC for the sake of a few cans of Freon. It's a lot less effort. So there we have it. The radiator is out, I will now give that a thorough cleaning down there. The next problem I do have, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to solve it, is on the radiator there are lots of pieces of sponge stuck around the edges, and I'm not sure if the new one comes with it. I will have to check that and see, and if not, then somehow try and take the dirty old greasy ones off and put them on to the new one. Well, at least it gives me a chance to clean up the front of the engine as well. I won't show you how to put everything back, because I'm sure once you've taken it out you're quite capable of putting it back, and if not, then you shouldn't have taken it out in the first place. It's all a good learning experience. And it's a good night from me, and it's a good night from him.